Hey guys, I just want to say a massive welcome to you, especially if you're new to my channel. If you're not, I'm really grateful for you watching my videos and hopefully enjoying them. And today's video will be a little bit different. I thought I would go through a bit about my background, a bit about me, and what I do, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. You'll get a bit more of an insight into my life. So first of all, a bit about my background. I've always been very sporty from like literally the time I could walk, I guess. And when I first started like sport, I guess competitively, I actually competed in squash. And I competed at county level and was like county champion and things like under the age of 9 and 11. And then also took part in a couple of running kind of competitions. Even though I wasn't really into running, I could just run, and I was, yeah, I guess naturally able to kind of win the competitions and stuff. So sporting wise, I've always just been so super duper sporty. It's always been my life, what I love, my passion. And then I got into gymnastics the age of 9, and from 9 to 16 it consumed my whole life. By choice, 100%. My parents never pushed you or anything. I literally just fell in love with it. I guess it's the feeling of falling in love, but with a sport. So I was very lucky, and again I competed at high levels. So I competed on the Great British team. I was kind of like British champion, international champion, European medalist and things like that. So my training was intense. I trained like 6-7 days a week. Before like Europeans and things, I'd train 2 sessions a day, and you know, my schedule was always super duper packed. I'd get up like early and then I'll be at school, and then I'll go straight from school to training, get back at like 8:30 in the evening, have dinner, homework, bed. And that was the same pretty much my whole childhood. And I would never not want that now. Like, I look back and I think it stood me in really good stead. It's always meant that I've kind of been like really self-motivated, and I like to have kind of structure and know what I'm doing, so I just get things done. At the age of 16, I decided I would give up gymnastics. It was like a bit of a tricky year because I was doing A-levels and things, and my heart just wasn't in it as it had always been before that. And it was a very difficult decision, but anyway, I decided to give that up, and I did like this business course. And within the business course you had to set up your own, I guess, micro business. So I set up like a chocolate business, which I know is quite probably surprising for some of you guys, thinking, oh, I'm so, you know, into health and fitness. But at the time I always wanted to get into the food industry. So yeah, I set up this chocolate business, and yeah, it was really cool. I managed to actually win like Entrepreneur of the Year in Oxford for doing like a, I guess, a chocolatier type business. So yeah, it was really cool. And then from there I actually went to university. So I went to Reading University and I studied food science of business because, again, as I said, I thought I wanted to get into the food industry. And when I graduated, I actually had a grad job, which was my dream grad job, as a food product developer. This is where it all goes a bit like, ooh. I guess I decided to do other things. I started the grad job literally straight out of university. I had just graduated, I'd just come back. I think I was on a holiday with my friend in Bali, and then literally the next day I had to move into a new place. I had to start a grad job, and it was quite a lot. And after 4 days I decided it wasn't for me. Looking back at it now, I probably would have actually really enjoyed it, but I think everything was just a bit too much at that time because I'd literally just finished. I'd just moved out of like, well, kind of been here, there and everywhere, and I just wanted to really take a year out because I wanted to travel. That didn't actually happen. What happened was I decided, after I didn't want to do the grad job like 4 days in, that I would move back to Oxford, and I didn't really know what I was going to do, to be honest. I'd always street performed for, well, I guess about like 7 years while I was doing A-levels and also through university, and that kind of like funded me through those things. So I guess I moved back to Oxford and I literally just decided, oh, street performing, I'll see. So street performing, I would do obviously the hand balancing, contortion type things. And at the same time I approached the Athlete Centre, which is a CrossFit gym, and I actually said, you know, this is my background, I've got a strong gymnastic background, and I think I just started weights when I was in my last year of university. One of my friends had introduced me to it, and that I really wanted to, I guess, see how far I could go with it. So then I was lucky enough to become a sponsored athlete at this, well, at the Athlete Centre. And the first, I guess, 3 months I was just like training like mad, and this, I think, was when I got the idea, okay, you know what, I'm going to become a personal trainer. I really like this. Like, the coaches were amazing, I guess they inspired me. I loved the kind of style of training of CrossFit and weights, and that was, yeah, really, I think it was October 2016, I decided, okay, I'm going to do the PT course and see where it takes me. I became a fully qualified personal trainer, I think it was November 2016, so the courses are really short, and I would say to anyone who's new to personal training or wanting to become a personal trainer, it's all the knowledge you have prior and post the course. Like, the course is there to get a qualification, but don't by any means just do the course. You need to continue to learn, you need to ideally be an athlete, or, you know, not necessarily an athlete, but have a big sporting interest before you go into it. Anyway, so yeah, I became a personal trainer, and December 2016 I started training my clients or working in a gym. I started off in Pure Gym. The first month in Pure Gym, I thought it was December, and I thought, you know, it would be quite busy. No, December is not a good month to start personal training. Even January in Oxford, the demographics kind of weird. We have a very student-based city. And I thought, you know, it will really pick up in January. It wasn't until the end of January, like beginning of February, and I'd gone from literally like no clients to 30 to 40 hours within about a week. It was just mental. So I PT'd for like 2 years there, and I absolutely loved it, to be honest. I didn't even end up going travelling until about 2 years later, just because I had an amazing client base, I was learning so much, my clients were progressing really well, and, you know, I could train as much as I wanted in the gym. It was pretty much like an ideal job for me, just because I guess I'd always been used to doing something sporty, so the idea of kind of being sat at an office job just doesn't really suit me. And yeah, it was nice because I built a lot of confidence, I had amazing rapport with my clients, they were getting really good results, so it was a win-win for everyone, really. September 2018 was when I decided I'd go travelling, and it was quite funny because I started off and it was a holiday with one of my best friends, again in Bali. Like, if you don't get it already, Bali is literally my favourite place in the world. But we're on a bit of a luxury holiday, and then I was, in my mind at that point, I thought I'd be backpacking, but that didn't really materialise because I kind of like, not luxury, but I like my own space, and so I couldn't really envisage myself in hostels, especially for long periods of time. So after my friend left, I decided, in my mind, I had this thing, you know, when you just get this kind of intuitive gut feeling that I had to go to Chiang Mai. I decided that I couldn't just travel, I needed to set up some kind of business, and, you know, because I was in the fitness industry, the easiest thing and most natural progression would be to transition to online training. So I went to Chiang Mai, and I didn't really know what I was doing again, but I decided I'm gonna make this work. I'm gonna become an online fitness coach, and, you know, it will work. There's no way it won't, because I want to be able to travel and I want to have that financial freedom, and maybe it will take a long time, but I just knew that I'd be able to create it. After a lot of time like tweaking and changing, I think I found something which works really well now, and it's a nice mix. So I've actually got an online handstand course where I've got like 60 students, and they are all progressing and working through course material. And then I've also got Zoom clients, so clients who I see and help with their training online a couple of times a week, and I love that because that's more like one-on-one training, as if you're in a gym environment. So I really like having the mix of both of them. Yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at with my online handstands kind of coaching and things, but obviously I am a performer, so now I'm looking to also do more performing myself. This is a side that I'm really passionate about and I love, which is why obviously I'm posting all the videos, because, you know, so you guys can see my training but also how it progresses into more like the performing element, and hopefully I can inspire you guys maybe to get into handstand training, or, you know, to progress with your handstand and flexibility training. Have actually done a whole series like 2 months ago, like 41 episodes of handstand training, so if you're interested in that, then do check that out for sure. But that's kind of, yeah, I guess a bit of a blast of the past and what I'm currently doing now. Hope you guys enjoyed that. I know I probably ramble a little bit too much because it's quite difficult to, I've had so many different things going on in my life, and they've all been really good. You know, I've always been someone who is willing to cut off other things to pursue their passion, and yeah, I'm just gonna, I guess, continue to do that and see how things unfold. So please like this video if you enjoyed it, subscribe to my channel if you're not already, and I will see you for my next video.